All right, Shalom, Shalom. Coming to you in the name of Yahweh, Washem Yahushai, Washem Rakakadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone, and salutations unto the Akim that continue to push the word in truth and in sincerity, man. I'm just here, myself, Yoram Shema, I'm with the brother The Rush.
Shalom.
Yeah, man, and we do these videos where we, on the phone and that, and get into a couple of topics. So we're just going to do that, man. Touching on women and some other things and about authority and order and stuff like that, man. So yeah, we're just going to get into it, man. In fact, let me just check on YouTube to make sure this is working all right. What's this saying? Yeah, it's live, isn't it?
Yeah.
Alright, can't. Alright, yeah, man. Yeah, you got it, man. You can talk.
Okay. Yeah, basically, Shalom, Shalom.
Hey, Salat, that's a demon, bruv. That is a demon. As soon as we start the live, who's calling me, bruv? Some hoe. Alright, that is a demon, bruv. Hey, yeah, go on, man. Salat. Yeah, jump, man.
Inside jokes,
yeah.
Yeah, Shalom, yeah, me and the brother, we thought might as well just touch on a few scriptures concerning women, but more in particular, the whole topic of this Queen of Heaven spirit that's popped back up this week with a few characters in Israel, right? I'm not going to name names, but a few characters in Israel start to rear their ugly heads again, with the slander. Okay, coming with that Queen of Heaven spirit, coming with that feminist vibe, that women's liberation vibe, right? Giving, trying to give women the right to choose, the women their right to choose, basically, right? Which when you go into the Bible, okay, you'll come to understand that women's what they call modern day feminism, women's liberation, women's rights, right? It's not compatible with the scriptures. It's not compatible with the Bible. And when you go into it deeper, it's not compatible with any ancient culture, even the cultures outside of the Bible. But we're going to focus on the Bible more so. Okay?
That's exactly it, man. You're gone.
I was just going to say, because today we live in a very effeminate society, man. The spirit of this world is very feminine, right? Because where we've been taught that a woman is equal to a man, right? In some cases, they'll teach you that a woman is above a man, right? Which, we'll bring out precepts and we'll get the understanding that that's not true. Okay? The Bible is based on patriarchy, right? It's all about men first, okay?
Yeah, man, there's an order to things, man, but there's an order to things, and as we're saying, in this world, that's how it's set up. It's because this world is set up to do everything against the scriptures, man, because Satan in the Hebrew sha'an, man, it means what? Adversary, the one who goes against. So it's a thing where whatever is righteous, Satan's vibration is going to look at that righteousness and say, how can we do this opposite to the best of our ability? So where man should be on top, they're saying, nah, we got to flip that, man. Okay? That's all that the spiritual demon does. And then that's filtered down through respect or treating your lady, etc., etc. And then this whole, as we're going to get into the other stuff, man. But pretty much it's anything that can go completely contrary to that of the scriptures. This kingdom is going to promote that, isn't it? Yeah, man. Let me share the screen. All right. You want me to pull out what? 1 Timothy 2, you're going to start with that?
Yeah, we'll go into the scriptures that we're going to get up. Milk scriptures to an extent, very basic, right? But these scriptures are basically what cuts this whole Esau society in general, man. Because Esau is the one who started this, will start with his elite. Esau is the one who spread this feminism and women's liberation across the world, man. Starting there in America in the 1960s, man. With feminist movement, people like Gloria Steinem and so on and so forth, right? And it's been spreading ever since. Even now, you've got feminism in countries where they once rejected, places like India, Pakistan, and China, in Iraq, right? You've got women rebelling against the men now, right? But that's because of Esau's separation across the world onto the women. But with these basic scriptures, right, why would that Esau claims to uphold, right? It cuts his whole society. Basically cuts the fabric of the society. You know? Very, very simple scripture.
All right.
So this is do you want to call it?
Which one you getting?
Timothy 2:11. Oh wait, no, it's not that one. First Corinthians 11.
Oh, that one, yeah. Yeah, I got it on the screen. In fact, let me share the screen. Here we go. This is 14. I'll start from verse 34. And it says, "Let your women keep silence in the churches, for it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded to be under obedience, as also saith the law. And if they will learn anything, let them ask their husbands at home, for it is a shame for a woman to speak in the church." You got it, bro. Yeah, verse 34, 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 34. "Let your women keep silence in the churches, for it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded to be under obedience, as also saith the law."
So that's one cut right there. Okay, in the churches today here in England and all over the Western world, Christian churches, you've got female pastors, you've got female priests now, right? Trying to teach the Bible, right? Trying to teach the scriptures, trying to break them down, right? Leading a congregation with scripture which is clearly says otherwise, right? The scripture we just read clearly says that women are supposed to sit in silence, and if they've got any questions, then they're supposed to go for a right. Right now, that doesn't sound like equality to me. Right? That doesn't sound like the Queen of Heaven's Spirit to me. The Bible is very against it. Right? The scriptures clearly just said that the woman is supposed to be silent. Right? If they've got a question, go for the man first. Because this is the society that does that. The Lord is all money, is what that pays the order. Right? The man comes first. Right? The scriptures are not going to get in First Corinthians. Right? Explain that. But yeah, if you want to touch that as well.
Yeah, I'll touch on that, man. Yeah, that's exactly it, man. As the brother was saying, there's order to everything, man. Okay, and in this case, let's put it back up on the screen actually. In what's this? 1 Corinthians 14 and 34. It says, "Let women keep silence in the churches, where it's not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded to be under obedience, as also saith the law." Because pretty much when you look at the church structure, right, in the ancient in times of old, man, we had the temple, which was the main focal point of Israel, man. You know, we'd go and give worship and do other stuff and learn, and House of Scrolls and that. But then you'd also have smaller places of gathering, man. And you get into the word synagogue, which is a Greek word, but it goes back to when you get into it, gathering of men, okay, which is what you would know as your local churches, if you will. Okay, now women went there, but at the end of the day, they have no part in the service, man. Okay, because in a church, what's going to happen? You're going to have the edification, you're going to have the reading of the scriptures, you're going to have it broken down. Okay, you go to church, you can also testify, but to testify goes back to what? The word testes, which is testicles, and a woman doesn't have testicles. Okay, so pretty much, as the brother was saying, man, all of these scriptures that this one in particular, and the rest we're gonna get into, it doesn't sound like equality, man. It sounds like a hierarchical system, man, an order, a chain of command. Okay, because what do women have to really speak about, man? What are you teaching? Okay, in fact, the scriptures come to mind. Let me just pull this up. Yeah, go on.
Goes back to the word basically shares the same root word as testicles, and only a man has testicles, therefore only a man can testify. Because I was looking up the word advocate, right? The word advocate to testify basically means the same thing. And the word advocate goes back to the word avocado, right?
Right.
Which is an Aztec word which means testicles. So it's interesting. law, anytime you draw law and order, it always went back to men. Right? Even the words, the very words themselves testify how all these words, they're all patriarchal words.
Exactly, man. You know? Yeah, the quick scripture I wanted to bring out was Ezekiel chapter 34 and 31, and it says, "And ye, my flock, the flock of my pasture, are men, and I am your power, saith the Lord God, the Lord power." Okay, so this scripture by itself, it bears witness that, look, man, because I'm talking about, from 1 Corinthians 14, the whole church structure, on what would go on, men officiating. The Lord is saying here that the flock of his pasture are men. Okay, because when you really get into when you get into the Hebrew and you look at the law, okay, and it would say speak to the children. The Lord would say the Lord would say to Moses, speak unto the children of Israel. That's an English mistranslation, if you will, okay, because it doesn't really say that. It's partly right and it's partly wrong, because there's no such word for children, man. You've got a boy, you've got a girl, you've got a man, you have a woman, okay, you know, and the word there. Oh, see, I'm getting calls again, man. Say, the word there, when you see in the Hebrew where it says speak unto the children of Israel, it's really uh it would say, and the Lord said, it would be how would it go? Wa Yahweh, Wa Yahweh, the bar la Banyam Yasha'ala, which would be, and the Lord said speak, or the Lord spake unto the sons of Israel. Banyam Yasha'ala. Okay. So it's really the Lord is, when you read that in the Hebrew, it's the speak unto the sons of Israel. Why? Because the Lord deals with order. The Lord doesn't deal with women directly. Okay. Does the Lord deal with women? Yes, but through the chain of command. Just like us. Does the Lord deal with us? Yes. Yahweh deals with us. But how? Through his son. Okay. Same way we get to the Father through the Son. We can't skip Yahweh Shai and just go straight to Yahweh. So a woman can't skip her husband and the Lord Yahweh Shai and just end up being directly dealt with by the Most High himself. It doesn't work like that. The chain of command is that the Lord deals with men and then the men deal with women. So here in Ezekiel 34, and it says, and 31, "And ye my flock, the flock of my pasture, are men, and I am your God, saith the Lord power." So that's exactly it. You can't, as the brother was saying, how are you gonna get around the scripture? What are you gonna say, or what breakdown are you gonna give that includes women in this verse? It doesn't, man. You know, you got it, man.
Yeah, and the Bible said the word their children is fun. It means one young stream is fun, right? Because like the Bible said, the Lord has always had a order. So he's always dealt with the men first, and it's beautiful because that's speaking directly to the next priest I wanted to bring up. And this is First Corinthians, because like the Bible mentioned, it goes there's order. Okay, we don't go to the heavenly Father directly, but just like how the women don't go to Yahweh Shai. We go to Yahweh, which is the heavenly Father, through Yahweh Shai. Like the women go to Yahweh Shai through the men. Okay, so this is First Corinthians 11:3, and it says, "But I would have you know that the head of every man is Yahweh Shai." Right, so the head of the man is Yahweh Shai. Okay, let's take it to the point. Right, and Yahweh Shai is above us, right, above the man. And the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Yahweh, the head of Yahweh Shai is the Most High. I'll repeat that again. This is First Corinthians 11:3. So it says, "But I would have you know that the head of every man is Yahweh Shai, and the head of the woman is the man." Right, so it's basically saying that the head of the woman is the man. Meaning in the order of things, the man is above the woman. Right, they are the head. Okay, that was the scripture we read earlier. Okay, if they are to ask any questions, right, when they're in the churches, right, they're supposed to go to the men first. Otherwise, just learning obedience. We're gonna get the other scripture in Timothy as well.
Well, the scripture actually says, let them ask their husband at home. So even if they got a question and they're in the church, they shouldn't be raising hands and asking questions, man. They should wait till they get home, man. You know. There you go.
John, we'll repeat the scripture one more time. So First Corinthians 11:3 says, "But I would have you know that the head of every man is Yahweh Shai, and the head of the the head of Yahushua, the Most High. So how are you going to get around that? Right? You know, you can't get around that. So the main reason why we're bringing out this topic is because you got niggas, okay, that will up to his truth, right? They're still in the spirit of the world, right? They're still in the spirit of they're still trying to latch onto worldly things, such as like we mentioned, the Queen of Heaven spirit, the feminine spirit. They're trying to bring it into truth, and they're trying to marry westernized culture in the Bible, which like we're bringing out right now. Those two things are not compatible. They never will, right? Because how are you gonna try and marry two cultures that completely contradict each other when the Bible clearly says that a woman is a man, right? In order. Okay, so yeah, you wanna say something?
Yeah, man, because before we get onto the whole Queen of Heaven and how people bring that into the truth and that, the whole thing of men being above women, people look at that. You see, a woman thinks, according to feminism and that, oh yeah, she's, to say that she's below a man, you're not valuing her and X, Y, Z and all of that stuff, man. That's today's, mindset of how a woman is, man. But when we say a woman's below a man, it doesn't mean you treat a woman like shit, man. Okay, it doesn't mean that you mistreat women or whatever the case may be. Now how every man deals with his woman, according to his preference. But at the end of the day, when it comes to the law, there's certain laws that a man must fulfill unto his wife, man. Okay, and you can't escape that. But the fact is that a woman is below a man when it comes to ranking order. But how it is in today's society is that that's weak. Okay, that's not powerful, man. So the new thing is that women. Well, first of all, it was women have to be equal to men, and now it's pretty much I'm a boss bitch and I'm taking over, and we got a rule. Basically, the women want to rule over men. Okay, but that, as the brother was saying, that's not how the Most High made it, man. Okay, that's just yeah, go on.
No, go on.
Now saying yeah, that's simply not how the Most High made it. The Most High made it where there's order and that the man is the head of the woman, man. Okay. And when it comes to salvation, right, I'm gonna take it a step further. And a lot of women won't like this. Okay. The fact is, man, if you can bear it through the spirit, man, look, a woman's salvation is her husband, man. Okay. You'll be talking there about Jesus Christ is my husband, and I'm so glad, the Lord saved me. Okay, after you done slept with like 100 guys, nobody's interested in you anymore. That's when you want to drop that line that Jesus is your husband, and I'm so glad that the Lord saved me. Lord don't give a fuck about you. Okay, the only way a woman's gonna be saved is through her man, and that man has to be what? A man of the Lord. Okay, your salvation ain't directly from your house, man. You get secondhand salvation under your husband, man. Okay, and the scriptures say that a woman shall what be saved through childbearing, man. Okay, and in that day, 7 women, which is 7 is numerology, is what perfection or completion. So a complete number of women for each man or member of the elect is gonna be attached onto him. All right, during that Jacob's trouble time, man. All right, that's how it's gonna go down, and then through her husband, she will be saved. In fact, look, speak for 1 second. There's a scripture I want to pull up real quick, man.
Okay, I want to put up a quick precept just to back up what you said.
Yeah, go on, man.
Because the brother mentioned about how there's balance, right? Just because we're saying these words, we're saying that a woman is beneath a man in order, that doesn't mean you treat a woman like shit. And that's actually biblical. So that's the thing with the Lord. When it comes to his order isn't about tyranny. Right? That's the difference. Because like you mentioned, people in this world, they could play order with tyranny, which those two things don't necessarily have to go hand in hand. Right? You can have order and righteousness, and you can have order and wickedness. And the Lord is all about order and righteousness. Right? So this is Ephesians 5:25. So it says, husbands, love your wives, but as how Shai also loved the church, gave himself for it. So this is the scriptures clearly saying that if you got a wife at home, you're supposed to love her, right? hear this over and over again, and you're realizing that nothing good is coming from it. Right? Don't you think that this system is not working? Like, yeah,
Yeah, exactly, man. That's what it is, man. I've got a quick one. What's this right here, man? What's this? What? First Corinthians 7, and I'm gonna start from. Let me start from 10. Why not? And it says, "And unto the married I command, yet not I, but the Lord. Let the wife depart from her husband, and if she depart, let her remain unmarried, or be reconciled to her husband, and let not the husband put away his wife. But to the rest I speak, I, not the Lord. If any brother hath a wife that believeth not, and she is pleased to dwell with him, let him not put her away." And that's pretty much the case for all of us, man. There ain't no fucking believers. And you got a couple of sisters, man. We ain't talking about y'all, man. Okay, you're the exceptions, but for the rest of you, man, you can come in and talking about shalom and I believe, and no, you don't. Okay, so if you dwell with a man of the Lord, then it's just because he's pleased to dwell with you, man. Okay, and you can be saved from that. That's right. But don't come faking the funk. Anyways, it says here, and let me go to verse 12. But to the rest speak I, not the Lord. If any brother hath a wife that believeth not, and she is pleased with him, let him not put her away. And the woman which hath an husband that believeth not, and if he be pleased to dwell with her, let her not leave him. The unbelieving husband is sanctified by the wife. Because how if you can have it's a very rare case, but you can have a case where a woman's already married onto a man, but she believes but he doesn't, man. So what's meant to happen? Does the roles flip then? Does she now become the head of the house? You know, no. She's meant to um she's meant to tell the husband and then bring him to another man that can teach him so that he can rule over her. So even in that case, it doesn't even matter if she knew about this thing before him. The order still has to be maintained. So he would have to learn and then continue to teach his wife. But the fact is that she brought him in, if you will. Okay. By the wife, and the unbelieving wife is sanctified by the husband. There you go. So you can have you got women, and stuff that we deal with, man. They ain't down for this. But guess what? They're sanctified, man. All right, in the sense of I mean, you can tell her about the laws and commandments and that she may try, but really and truly they ain't keeping the laws and commandments. They ain't praying to the Lord or anything. But guess what? The scriptures still say she's sanctified. That shows you that there's an order. A woman's sanctification doesn't come from her own personal belief. Jesus is my husband and all of that shit. A woman's sanctification comes through what her husband, man. That's why salvation comes to a man and his household, man. Because you can have a woman, all right, and you can have kids. Well, that's even a off word, kids and children. You can have sons and daughters with that woman, all right. Just case in point, and your women, your children, they're underage. You're not, or your sons, he's not 12 or whatever, so he's still under the law and stuff. Your wife don't believe, your daughter don't believe, your son don't believe. But guess what? If they're still little, under the age of the law, and your wife is pleased to dwell with you, then guess what? They could be sanctified and they could be saved. But is it because of their own righteousness? Hell no, because they ain't doing shit for the Lord. It's because of you. Okay? As the believing man. All right. And it says, else were the children unclean, but now they are holy. Okay. So there you go, man. That shows you that there's an order to it, man. That shows you that for you to access salvation, and for you as a woman, okay, it has to come through what? It has to come through a believing man. And as the brother keeps saying, that's order. That's the way Yahweh Shai set it up, man. Okay. Otherwise, you could have women in camps, man, telling you what the hell to do. Okay. But as we read in Ezekiel, the flock of the Lord's pasture is women. No, it's not. It's men. Okay. And on that point, man, the role of a woman, the beautiful role, man, to guide the house, as the scripture says, to bring forth children and to be an aid unto your husband. If that's done beautifully, man, and right, that's a very beautiful thing. That's a nice process, man. All right. The scriptures speak about a virtuous woman. But it's when you try and do something outside of your job description, man. That's when you start fucking up other things in the system, and it all gets messed up, and then you wonder why, things go to shit. And then you say, "Oh no, but I'm a capable, strong black woman." No, you're not. You're stepping out of your bounds, man. You know. Anyways, go on, bro.
This is 1 Corinthians 14 and 40. So it says, "Let all things be done decently and in order." So that's the main theme in the scriptures. It's lucky that's the main theme that's all throughout the scripture. Order. Why? Because the Most High said that all the scriptures say the Lord is not for confusion. Right? What does the word confusion mean? To mix together. Okay, or mixed together. Right? If the Lord isn't about confusion, he's all about setting things straight. Order. Because like the brother said, okay, the role of the woman is actually a beautiful role. Right? Now, one thing I want to pose to you, people that are in the truth, are trying to become in the heaven spirit, do you really want to be doing what we're doing? Right? Out on the highways and byways, actually, let me reword that question. Do you see yourself fit to be doing what we do? Right? Out on the highways and byways, making our bodies a living sacrifice. Right? Prophesying against his kingdom. Right? Coming up against all manner of demons. Right? In the spirit and in the flesh. Right? Do you feel like you are fit enough to fight that battle?
I got a precept for that up. I pulled this up. This is what First Peter's chapter. Yeah, First Peter's chapter 3, verse 7. Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel, and as being heirs together of the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered. So yeah, you got as a man, that's break the whole thing down. As a man, you got a duty. If you take a wife, you got a duty to look after a woman. Okay, look after that woman as your wife. So that's your duty. So that because like you said, this ain't no abusing shit of fuck them. No, you could this when your marriage is a serious thing. Okay, you take care of the woman and she's meant to do her role. That's why we get pissed off with you because you're not doing your role, man. But as it says here, dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel. So as the brother was saying, man, do you really see yourselves doing what we do? Do you really see yourselves coming home from work, okay, and studying or doing video, okay? Do you see yourself going out on the highways and the byways? I'm sure you're gonna get into that. If you want to take over, man, you can take over. But as it says here, onto the weaker vessel. So that shows you that look, you're not fit. Not even like you're not fit, because fit means that like you had the ability, but you're not reaching the mark. You're not capable, man. All right, and that sounds rude. All right, but it's the truth. A woman is not capable of doing the job of a man, especially when it comes to the truth, man. You're not capable. You're not built like this, man. All right, But then, as the brother started out with, you got what female pastors and bishop women that's bishops, so called. Okay, telling you about the Lord God Jesus Christ and what the Lord can do for you because of what He done for them and all that shit. When the scriptures are telling you, y'all are the weaker vessel. Go on.
This is First Timothy 2 and 11. And it says, because that was the thing that sounds wrong, because when Paul was writing this, right, he was having trouble when you read the scriptures in Corinthians and so on and so forth. He was having trouble with Israelites or scattered in among these particular cities in Greece, right, with order, right, and one particular in one particular way when it came to order was women, right? And when you read the scriptures, you found out that in some churches in Corinth they were saying women as leaders above the church, right? But when Paul saw this, right, he wrote letters basically denouncing that and saying, look, basically saying this. This is First Timothy 2 and 11. It says, let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. It says, but I suffer not a woman to teach nor to a certain quality over a man, but to be in silence. Because they saw in the churches that women were getting put up above the men, right? Becoming preachers and becoming teachers, prophets, which, when they saw this, it affected them, right? Because they understood the apostles back then, they understood that there was an order to things, and the order to things is not putting a woman above the man. So this is back in verse 12, says, "By suffer not a woman to teach, not to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence." So that's as clear as day. Like we keep mentioning, how are you going to get along? Right? That doesn't sound like equality to me. That sounds like order. That sounds like a man above woman. That's it. That's how the most high never wanted it. Okay, then we'll repeat that and we'll finish off. This is verse 13. So it's for Adam was first formed. Right? The whole process of as a matter of fact, you touched on it.
Yeah, read that last bit again.
Okay, so it says for Adam was first formed, then Eve.
Yeah, Adam was first formed, man. That's exactly it, man. You know, because we get into you know, that's what Genesis, man. That's a heavy Genesis 1. That's a heavy book, man. And when you read it, who came on the scene first? It was Adam, man. Okay, and pretty much, man. Then it was Eve, man. Now, I mean, that's a whole. I was thinking about it, that's a whole nother topic, man. That's a whole like if you get into that, man. You know, but pretty much the long and short of it is that Adam was formed first, man. Okay, of Adama of the ground, man. And then when the creatures came forth, they came forth out of the waters, man. Okay, and you know, man is a creature also. All right. So Adam came, and then you had Genesis 3 gets into it. There's the man Adam, then there was the people Adam, okay, which would later on be known as what the sons of God, later on known as the Israelites, man. Okay, and of his near kin, all right, somebody from his you know, a close family member came unto him, and you know, the Lord made it that they got together. But the point is that Adam was the first of all you know, of all people, man. That's why the scripture says from Adam we come all, man. Roughly paraphrasing. Then it was the woman. So even in at that, man, you know, and then I was talking to one woman, you know, not too long, couple of months ago, and she's trying to tell me we all come from women, but why is it that the life form, the life itself resides with the man? Because women like to say, you know, I carried my baby for 9 months. Well, bitch, we've been carrying children since we were the age of like 10, 11, man, 9, 10, 11 onwards, man. When it 12, when the man, you know, when your balls drop, okay, what the hell do you think that is, man? That's seed, man. That's you know, they when you get into the science of it and you say you can carry one load carries millions, not to get too graphic. So you really got your ancestors walking around with you, man. Okay, all that is all seed is a whole generation. That's why it goes back to what the word G. Okay, and then what happens is when you that connects with a woman, then the Lord will put the spirit, you know, in that body of whoever He wants to come back. But at the end of the day, man, when you get into the biology of it, we're the ones carrying the life form, man. All right, so it starts with the man. So of course the man had to be first, man. You know, go on, man.
Oh, man. Yeah, absolutely right, man. Because people love to pull out that card, pull out that line. You know, we all came from a woman. But before you were in the woman, where were you? Like you were a sperm cell in your dad's nutsack.
Exactly.
That sounds graphic, but you know, that's the truth.
Yeah, but that's
Like,
what it is, though. That's exactly what it is. And that's why it's a lot. That's why when there's a lot of sicknesses, right? All you gotta do is all you gotta do, man, for a lot of sicknesses, all you gotta do is go to a beach, right, and dunk yourself in the beach a couple of times, man, and most sicknesses will go. Why is that? Because that's where we came from, the waters, man. All right. And when you're in your dad's nutsack, what are you in, man? You're encased in water, man. All right, which is that same seed, man. Okay, you know that some people gonna trip on that, but that's exactly what it is, man. You were first. The life form is with the man. Okay, you know. And it's gone, man.
have you got any other scriptures up?
Yeah, I've got a couple. Let me see what else. So I done with Ezekiel. Oh, you got? Did you get First Timothy 2 and 12? I suffered a woman to teach. No, you got that already.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is quickly. This is Numbers 30. Numbers 30. I'm gonna go straight to the point, man. The one you called for about the bond and that. Numbers 30 and 3. If a woman also vow a vow unto the Lord and bind herself by a bond, being in her father's house.
It's like to start from verse 2.
Can't. So Numbers 30 and 2. If a man vow a vow unto the Lord, or swear an oath to bind his soul with a bond, he shall not break his word. He shall do according to all that proceedeth out of his mouth. If a
And
woman,
right there, right there, it tells you if a man wants to swear an oath or bind his soul or body, meaning put forth a vow, okay, he can just do it. Okay, that's literally all it took was one verse in the scripture to just say, okay, if a man wanted to vow, okay, and swear an oath, okay, that was it. Like, because that's the order, right? It starts with him because he's a man, right? Straight to the point. But when it touches on a woman vowing a vow, right, let's get into it, right? It's a lot more of a deeper problem.
ain't that easy, bitch. It's a lot, man. Verse 3. If a woman also vow a vow unto the Lord and bind herself by a bond, being in her father's house in her youth, and her father hear her vow, and her bond wherewith she hath bound her soul, and her father shall hold his peace at her, then all her vows shall stand, and every bond wherewith she hath bound her soul shall stand. But if her father, uh, verse 5. But if her father disallow her in the day that he heareth not any of her vows or of her bonds wherewith he hath bound her soul, or she hath bound her soul, shall stand, and the Lord shall forgive her because her father disallowed her. And if she had at all an husband, when she vowed or uttered aught out of her lips wherewith she bound her soul, and her husband heard it, and held his peace at her in the day that he heard it, then her vow shall stand, and her bonds wherewith she bound her soul shall stand. But if her husband disallowed her on the day that he heard it, then he shall make her vow which she vowed, and that which she uttered with her lips wherewith she bound her soul of none effect, and the Lord shall forgive her.
Yeah, because
Go on.
just you want to speak now?
No, go.
Okay, because as we just read, okay, if a woman is from verse 3, okay, so if a woman's in her youth, okay, and she's not married yet, she's not betrothed, she's not given up to another man, she's still in her father's house. If she wants to vow, swear an oath, right, she has to go to her father, right? And if her father gives her the green light, so to speak, for lack of a better term, I'm not sure what the word is for it, but let's just say gives her the green light, then she can then that vow.
He got to confirm it. He's got to confirm that vow.
Yeah, can't confirm that the word, yeah. But if he doesn't confirm it, then it's like it's almost as if the vow never existed. Well, it doesn't stand. Okay. So that, like again, we sound like a broken record, but sometimes we've got to repeat it. Right? That doesn't sound like equality to me. Because we just read in verse 2 that the man, if he wants to vow about, right, it just like right, but if a woman wants to vow about, she has to go like the Bible said, it's not getting so easy, so long as process. Why? Because of order. Right? The scriptures have said clearly mentioned that the woman of a weaker vessel. Right? Because in a lot of instances, right, women don't really know what they want. Right?
Oh, that's beautiful, man. I was just about to touch on that, man. Yeah, man. Go on, man. Go on.
That's like I was just going to say to finish the point. But if she's married, right, she has to go to the husband, and it's the exact same process as if it was with her father. Right? The husband can confirm the vow, give it a green light, or he could decline it.
So, yeah, you can't, because as you just touched on, man, the woman's the weaker vessel, right? And when you really when you deal with women, man, like you start to realize that, or you learn very quickly that women are very, as the weaker vessel, they're very indecisive, man. Okay, women they act on emotions and they're very indecisive. Like a man, or a man in his right mind, he will make a decision based on logic, man. Okay. Case in point, we have this coronavirus thing going on, right? Some brothers made the vow, you know what, I ain't eating no Chinese for the next 6 months. Some brothers say, I ain't eating no more Chinese for a year. Some brothers say, like myself, fuck that, I ain't eating Chinese until the kingdom. Okay. Now, was the brothers that made these vows or these commitments, right? Did they make that based on, they ordered Chinese and they didn't like the way it was cooked, so I'm never eating that again? Or was there a logical reason behind it? The reason was, yo, them man over there, they're dropping dead because of the abominations they eat. And I know the man over here, your brothers over here that cook this food, they be putting some dodgy stuff in there, and I don't want to, risk it. So because of this is, I ain't gonna eat this anymore. That's a decision made of logic. But a woman, she'll say, you know what, I don't like the way he served me, or I don't like this. I'm not eating that again. Why? Because they make decisions of emotions, man. And that's playing into what one of many factors that you're the weaker vessel, man. So a woman might make a vow unto the Lord, and she's making it out of how she feels in the moment, man. You know, and the Lord knows, man, that give it 5 more minutes, she gonna change her mind again. So what's she going to break her vow? Because if you break the vow, what happens? That means you're in debt unto the Lord. This is why a woman needs to be guided. This is why a woman needs somebody to confirm what she said. Because that responsible man, be it her father or her husband, they're not going to view that vow through her emotions. They're going to view it through, I know this woman or this girl as my daughter, or I know this woman as my wife. Is she capable of doing this? And furthermore, am I even in agreement with her doing this? And if the man thought, yeah, she's capable and I'm in agreement with it, then he could confirm it, because it's like a woman needs that authoritative figure to reassure her of what she's doing is correct, man. A woman can't just make decisions off her head, especially when it comes to vows of the Lord, and think it's all right, man. Why? Because they're the weaker vessel. So as the brother was getting into, man, that in itself shows order. That in itself shows that we're not equal. A man can make a vow just like that. He don't need nobody to confirm it, because he's making it of himself. But if a woman does it, she needs confirmation, man. So that just plays into the whole idea that we're not equal, man. We're not the same, you know.
You did you want to touch on the Queen of Heaven spirit, or was that,
No. If you want to touch, we're 45 minutes in on the dot, you know. If you want to get into, we can, man. It's up to you. We can do another one another time, or we can just get into it. What are you feeling?
I ain't got any more precepts left, so unless you want to bring something up, close up.
Alright, alright, cool. It's mad, man. You talking and then like this, the spirit just goes and then time's gone, man. You know. Uh, yeah. First Timothy. Wait, did you bring up First Timothy's 5:14 already?
Which one is that?
I will therefore that the young women marry, bear children.
Oh no, I've got brought up. Do you want to just finish up on that?
Yeah, yeah, man, I'll put this out, man. First Timothy 5:14. I will therefore that the younger women marry, bear children, guide the house, give none occasion to the adversary to speak reproachfully, man. So pretty much when you women speak out of order, man, you're giving occasion to the devil, man, to Satan, man. And pretty much just what and they say the younger women, the whole thing going on, guys, Tazariak and other guys talking up because, y'all do this with little girls and that. First of all, nobody does anything with little girls, man. Okay, but the point is that, look, man, when does a girl become a woman? When she gets her flower, man. And it says what that the younger women marry, man. So from young women are meant to get married, man. So what the fuck you talking about, man? Bear children, guide the house, man. That's the job description, that's the job role of a woman, man. Okay, to bear children and to guide the house, man. Make sure everything's in order, you know, and that's that, man. You know, but at the end of the day, man, we're not equal, man. We are not equal. Okay, we're not in the same league. We're not in the same class, man. You ain't got the same status as us, man. And that's not being wicked. that's just keeping it real. Right? There's an order to this, man. You know, and there's other precepts we you know we could pull up. You know, I'm thinking of precepts now, but it's already 47 minutes, man. So we might have to do a part 2 another time to get into the other thing. But, yeah, Razak, man. But you got any more? You got anything else, man?
Nah, that's pretty much it, man. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, close it out, man. Go on, man.
Yeah, but Lord the plan was established, you know, for spirit power of Yahweh, edified, you know, shalom to the whole elect, and, you know, just close up and say, Rock Yahweh,
man. Alright, we out, man. Shalom, man.
Shalom.
Give it a sec.